Hello friends, welcome to Inspiration for Life. I am Michael David Adagu, pastor of Graceland Church here in Kingwood, Texas. Listen, your perception defines your reality. Everybody understands that. Now, in order for you to make the most of your life, your time here on earth, and become everything that God has called you to be, you're going to have to change your perception. Now, there's a prayer I have for you. It's found in the book of Ephesians chapter 1 verse 18. Here is this prayer that Paul prayed for the Ephesian church. He said, I pray that God will give you the spirit of wisdom and understanding in the knowledge of Him, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened. That word enlightened is big. He says the understanding. So look at this, look at it like this. You have spiritual eyes, the capacity to see, but unless you know it and unless your understanding is developed in that, on the next dimension, you will not be able to perceive the things that God has given to you, and therefore you will not be able to gain access to them. Remember, perception is reality. So Paul says, I pray that God will give you the spirit of wisdom and understanding in the knowledge of Him, that is in the knowledge of God, so that the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know the hope of His calling. In other words, you will know your purpose on earth. You will understand why you are here. You will understand the provisions that God has made available to you. You will quit struggling and trying to make ends meet all the time. And you will quit running from challenges and begin to see them as opportunities. Now, that word enlightened is big. The original Greek word for enlightened is called photizo. Now, that is the word where we get the word photo. We get photography. So it simply means that God is trying to change the picture you have on the inside, the image of yourself, your self-perception, how you define your world and how you define yourself. God is primarily interested in changing you from the inside out, not from the outside in, as religion wants people to believe. So He says, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, that you may know what is the hope of the calling. Listen to this now. The only things that are absent from your life right now are those things that you have not recognized. I'm going to say it again. The only things absent from your life, whatever you do not have right now, are those things that you have not recognized. It's not because they are not there. It's simply because you have not recognized them and you have not been able to develop a picture. You cannot see yourself with those things, regardless of what that thing may be. It may be a job, it may be a house, it may be a new car, it may be a position, it may be anything. It may be an aspiration. It may be the desire to see a loved one changed or a child become more intelligent and become more focused in their educational pursuits. Now, if you don't have any of these things, if there's something you desire, but it's yet to manifest in your life, it's an indication that you have not seen, you have not developed a picture of it. You are yet to see it on the inside. Now, God enlightens your understanding. He brings you into a new level of perception. He opens your eyes spiritually. Now, there's another word I have titled the power of spiritual perception. Now, He wants you to see, and that's the same principle He gave to Abraham. He says He led Abraham outside on a dark night. He says, look at the sky. He says, as far as your eyes can see, what you see is what I'll give you. That's how much your descendants will be. If you can see and count all these stars in the galaxies, then you'll be able to grasp and understand how many descendants you are going to have. Till today, Abraham's descendants continue to grow and to expand. We are spiritual descendants of Abraham. That one man, the nation of Israel today, exists because of that one man called Abraham. And all the Jews all over the world, multiplied millions of Jews over the world, today they are all linked as children of Abraham. Now, what am I trying to say? That your perception may be hindering the move of God in your life. It may be stopping you from utilizing the provision that God has given you. It may actually be hindering your very purpose and destiny on planet Earth. It's a dangerous thing. Therefore, I pray this prayer for you today. The same prayer that Paul prayed for the Ephesian church in Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 18. That the eyes of your understanding will be enlightened, that you may know the hope of your calling in Christ Jesus. Now, I want you to avail yourself of the new product, our CDs, the laws of recognition. Whatever you have not recognized will always elude you and will always be absent from your life. But when you recognize it, you take ownership of it and it becomes yours according to the promise of God the Father. It's just that simple, because Christianity is meant to be simple. Hey, this is Michael David Odagu, pastor of Graceland Church here in Kingwood, Texas. I am reminding you again that the just shall live by faith. Go out there and make it a great day.